What we're about to show you is a next generation integration between Outlook and SAP. The focus of this particular demonstration will be SAP CRM. The first thing you see in this Outlook framework is that it looks like Outlook, except on the left-hand side, you see some entities you don't normally see in Outlook, which is accounts and activities. So the whole idea is to extend the Outlook experience to integrate with the key components of CRM that are much more easily managed inside of Outlook. So we're in Outlook. We're going to open up an account. Just search for accounts. So the other thing you'll find here is much better performance because you're local, you're in Outlook, you're searching only the records that belong to you, in this case Verizon. You have all the advantages of the Outlook search capabilities. And now, again, doesn't really look like the standard Outlook, but in fact, we are inside Outlook with the concept of an account record, in this case Verizon, the relationships to the contacts associated with Verizon on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you see activities. Down at the bottom, you see the integration with maps and notes. So ultimately, we can add to this framework and add entities like opportunities, leads, cases, and then ultimately into the back office, things like payments and orders and so forth. And add a new contact. So we have two contacts here, and we're going to add a third. So immediately by hitting the new contact button, it's connecting me to Verizon. That's the contacts that I started from. So we're just going to add a new contact from CRM, right? Communication methods. All these are, again, the metadata that's otherwise stored in CRM. So we're adding all the information associated with that contact. And then we're going to, and again, we could add notes, we could add activities. Let's go ahead and just add it for information. Here's email, notes if we want, associated with the contact. Right, so this is a contact that's not yet in Outlook or CRM. Now, up here you can see that the default will be that we will share with SAP. You could change the default to say, no, more of my contacts won't be shared, so that you just hit the toggle. Okay, so we have a new contact. And now we're going to, for that contact, we're going to add an activity. How it takes advantage, you can see that it uses the quick search associated with Outlook. So it's very quick, much better performance than we're used to, again, taking advantage of local data. All right, we're just going to describe the appointment itself. Again, where there are drop-down lists, we can use, that'll pull right from CRM the same metadata that we have in CRM. In this case, these are particular objective types. Those can be whatever you choose internally. All right, so we're going to set up the appointment. Here in this case, we're creating an appointment with Mary Jane, who we've just added, and now we've got an activity, new contact, and a new activity associated with that contact. All right, so we're going to save this. Now, typically your synchronization will happen behind the scenes, but just for the purpose of demonstration here, we'll run the synchronization live. We can launch CRM and show you that information there. So we're just going to, and you can see how you can set the frequency, whether you want to get it every hour, whether you want to do it once a day. You can do this however you choose to do it. Again, most often it's a background process, but again, for the purpose of demonstration, we're going to run it in the foreground to assure that we get the data in CRM appropriately. Now we have Verizon records. You see the business partner ID that's in CRM, and we're just going to launch that. You have a new contact, Mary Jane. You have a new account. You should see that against the Verizon account in CRM. Here we are in CRM. There's Mary Jane. And there's our lunch meeting. All right. So you can see all this flowed naturally into CRM associated with the right account. You have a full record of the activity here. Just for the purpose of bidirectional integration and the proof point, let's go back to the Verizon record and let's just add a fourth contact and synchronize that so you can see the bidirectional synchronization. And then once again, we'll save and then we'll hit the synchronization primarily on contacts and activities associated with accounts, but this can easily be extended to opportunities, leads, and then even back office data, right? So here's James Core, who was added in CRM, shows up in Outlook. And now again, we've got it, so much easier handoff. By the way, the accounts and contacts that are linked to me in Outlook would be associated with the rules set up in CRM. So if we're using Territory Manager and that defines my records, I can get that. We have direct assignment and that defines my records, I can get that. So a lot of flexibility in terms of not only what data is assigned to me, also what fields. So we can absolutely support custom Z fields on the inside of Outlook. We can support the concept of roles so that a certain role has a different look and feel. A lot of flexibility. This solution is comprised of two main capabilities. One is directly on Outlook, so this is an Outlook plugin, supports Outlook 2003, 2007, 2010, 2013, and code on the server. So we don't touch Exchange. We only add core ABAP code to the SAP server, and then we extend through an Outlook plugin on the Outlook client side.